Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson. I'm KJ Reyes. This polyrhythm drum beat comes from a drummer that I'm a very big fan of. His name is Jorma Vic. He's the drummer of the Bronx, which is one of my longtime favorite bands, and also the drummer of their side project that they all created together, Mariachi Bronx. And Mariachi Bronx is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen musically, that this band that does like hard, loud, energetic, aggressive music, and then one day they all just wake up and say, hey, you want to do like a mariachi album and like take it really seriously? And the musical compositions that they have made have been nothing short of beautiful. Anyway, sorry, I'm going on too much. Back to the beat itself. So this is a polyrhythm used in the Bronx's song History's Stranglers.
Cut glass on my callous feet, 'cause I'd walk through miles of makeshift.
And I want to give full credit to Jorma Vic. This is absolutely his beat, and all praise to him for making it. It's very simple. Each hand, each limb is going to be doing something different. All the left foot has to do in this one is keep the hi-hat closed, so don't worry. This is just three-way independence here. Now this can be played a couple different ways. I'll show you both. And it's just the only difference in the two different ways is like one hand is going to the snare as compared to maybe the right hand doing the snare. It's just which hand is going to do the snare. That's the only difference. So let's learn this left hand and kick drum at the same time. So left hand's just going to be doing quarter notes, and bass drum's just going to be just keeping a very steady rhythm, but it's going to loop back and meet on the one. It's going to come in between each of these sometimes, but it's going to just, you'll see what I mean as we play it. So this is what it is. Okay? So if we were to separate those two, it'd just be. See? Now let's get the right hand in here. Right hand's just going to be doing this. This is the first of two ways to play this. So all three limbs, but they're all going at different times, which creates this. Pretty awesome. I'm a big fan. So now that we know where all the limbs are and what all the limbs are doing, let's try it at 100 beats per minute. Follow along, guys, and just get your limbs doing it. I know it's going to be really awkward at first, but just they'll settle in, okay? Just keep with it. Don't stop. Just keep with it and just get your limbs following along with what I'm doing, and muscle memory will take over eventually, okay? So here we go, 100 beats per minute. Hope you guys are feeling a little bit more comfortable with that at this point. Next, we're going to go into 120 beats per minute, just doing this at a little bit of a faster speed, and we're going to switch this around a little bit, very slight. So the first method that I showed you is kind of the easy way to do it, where the right hand is coming across to the snare. But the way Jorma does it is he brings his left hand down to the snare and right hand across to the hi-hat each time. So it actually looks cooler when you're on stage. So that first easy way that we learned it, I think that it's a good introduction, but the real way it's played is like this. Okay? 120 beats per minute, guys. Here we go. the faster it goes, the more you kind of start to realize what he created with this polyrhythm was kind of like a double kick sounding thing, because that floor tom just makes that constant, you know? Now, when doing polyrhythms, it seems to me that it's all about knowing where you are within the section of the polyrhythm in order to keep it going. Because if you're doing a polyrhythm and all of a sudden you do a fill and you can't remember, like, shoot, which limb is supposed to be doing where within this polyrhythm, the whole thing falls apart. So what we're going to do next is we're going to bring it up to 150 beats per minute, still going with our crossover, and we're going to just do a quick 3-stroke on the snare and back to the 1, okay? It's like this is learning how to put fills in this light, okay? That's very easy. Expand on it from here if you guys like. So it's going to sound like this. So taking it up to 150, throwing in just a quick 3-stroke fill, ending on the 1, and continuing the polyrhythm. I will see you guys on the next video. Again, big ups to Jorma Vic. Huge fan, the Bronx, Mariachi Bronx. If you haven't heard of him, go check him out. This, again, is from History Stranglers. The beat is used in it. And again, explicit lyric warning, so don't get mad. Anyway, I will see you guys on the next lesson. In the meantime, take care and keep playing.